Hello, monsters about here, and welcome to Cthulhu Keeper, which is just like a little demo. It's like a little play test. So I was given a key. Thank you very much to the developers for that. And this game answers the question: what would happen if you took Dungeon Keeper and Shadow's Gambit and then made them kiss with Cthulhu? And this would be the outcome. Quite interesting. So I've played a little bit of this and I do quite like it, with some reservations. I know I always say that, but there are some reservations here. But you know what, should we just crack on with the game and see what it's like? I think that sounds like a good idea. So we can pick our cult leader. Well, currently we've only got one option, the lovely Lilith West here, and it seems like there's probably going to be other cult leaders available. Currently Lilith has specific unique units that she can find, and has an affinity, the green, and she has a cultist skill, reanimate. So that's kind of like her thing. But obviously we're going to have other cult leaders with other things they can do. But we start off with Lilith.
A forsaken place where hope had lived, the birth of a nightmare, a tale arose. Glimpses of the twisted experiments emerge in the darkness. Her eyes, black mirrors of an abyssal soul.
Now we're gonna skip through the text because, to be honest, this is just a tutorial and there is no real story at the moment. Basically Lilith is going to her clinic or hospital or abandoned sanatorium, who knows what it is. Anyway, so this is the Shadow's Gambit / Commando / Stealth RTS section of the game, where we can move our character around.
Fate is sealed.
Like so, and it's going to want us to move over here. That's fine, and we can open boxes and loot stuff. Look, there's money, and this is how you get your resources effectively. While you can dig in your Dungeon Keeper section and acquire more gold, ultimately, if you want additional resources, you're going to have to go out on missions and complete these bits here. So we're just going to just show you how to move around, basically, and we can continue on to the next area. So when you're doing these little missions here, there are multiple missions strung together in like a node-like path. So think FTL, for example, where you jump from region to region. It's that kind of thing. So when you go out on an expedition, after you've done your little Dungeon Keeper bit, you will kind of... there are different routes you can take. Each area you go to has different effects, and maybe it'll be an ambush, maybe it'll be a grave digging mission. There's different missions you can complete and stuff like that. Then you go on to the next area. Should you fail at an area, and you can abandon your run anytime you like, but should you fail, should you die during one of your missions, and you know, then basically you get dumped back to your base of operations without any resources. Should you finish early, should you decide you don't want to continue, you can obviously go back with the resources you required. Should you complete it, you get additional resources, all that kind of good stuff.
In the bag.
Now, as you'd expect with a stealthy game, we can do stealthy things. So, for example, we can see where they can see. There's two different sort of areas. You've got the blocked one, so the full one. That is where they can see through bushes and stuff. So if you're hiding in the bush, they'll be able to see through you. If you're in the hatched area, that's the lined area. Then they won't be able to see you through a bush. Obviously, the dog can see further in the crop.
It shall be done.
It's okay, he won't notice us. Let's get some more stuff. And
yes, Master.
I think they saw me. Oh crap! Oh great! Now I've split them up, so now they're moving different. They're moving at different times. Okay, well this is not ideal. Okay, we'll go and hide in the bush here because he won't be able to see. He can't see through. There we go. And then we could just make a break for it. Screw it. That was fine. That was a success. Tick. Job done. Easy peasy. Yes. So, we don't just have to sneak around. We can also give people surprise piggybacks. Surprise piggyback. Oh well.
At once.
And should we kill people? Obviously, we have their bodies. That's not ideal because if people see bodies, they get upset. If you saw a dead body in the middle of the street, you'd probably be a little bit upset too. So we use every part of the body and use tentacles to get rid of them. Easy peasy, job done. So when we do that, and then we can see that this guy's just moved. So we know we can give the guard a piggyback. Surprise. Get rid of his body so his friend won't see him. And they'll just think, oh, Jeff's
Fate
gone off to have a
will
wee again,
find
or he's gone off to have a cigarette or something. Anyway, then we can come up, stab this guy, give him a surprise piggyback. Oh, he fell apart too. Honestly, these people just they do not get on with surprise piggybacks. Now this guy here, he is a cultist, and he's got little shields, so he's going to take longer to give piggybacks, so he's a little bit more piggyback resistant. But ultimately, they all fall to the piggyback.
Your time will come.
We'll be able. We've got a tooth. We've got a smoke bomb.
Of course.
We've got it all going. We've got a ceremonial dagger look that we've picked up, so we can actually acquire different different items that we can carry to give us certain benefits. You know, so far so good. I feel like the stealth bits are pretty good. So we know the clinic's over there somewhere. We're gonna pop this, get some bottles. We need these bottles, you see, because you can see there's a man there, but we can't see what he can see. But we can pick up our little eyeball from our eyeball cup. I mean, that's where you keep your eyeballs, isn't it? Wouldn't leave home without an eyeball cup. And we can use the eye on him, and now we can see what he can see, right? Because that's what eyeballs do, apparently. Anyway, we can throw a bottle. Bonk. Now he's going to go off and have a look at that. And like, who's been throwing balls? Then I can be like, me, motherfuckers! And then surprise piggyback, and his head's fallen off.
At once.
Now we can get more eyeballs by reusing every part of the body. Ooh,
it shall be done.
Shotguns are very much, if you completely run out of options, it's not a particularly good option. So, having completed our little tutorial thingy, well, almost anyway, we're up to the next tutorial. We've got a bunch of cultists here who can help us. And we're going to go into our abandoned sanatorium / hospital / whatever it is, which is built into a mountain for some reason. I can't imagine that the rising dam would be particularly optimal there, but I'm not a structural engineer, so I can't really tell you. And we'll find that, oh look, there's like a weird thing here. Fascinating. Yes, indeed. So now we need to do some digging. Now, if you played Dungeon Keeper, this will be very familiar to you as we excavate all of this stuff. There we go. Our little tools sort of digging out. Yep, very, very familiar. So once we've done this, we need to excavate the clay tablet. So we can find things like buried in, but you'll find out that the more digging and stuff you do, the more threats you generate. Not ideal. Yeah, all the digging makes so much noise. It does indeed, yes. So, the more digging you do, the more building you do, the more sort of attention you draw to yourself. Because, you know, you're digging, and you know, the people nearby have probably got Nextdoor, that stupid social media app, and they're probably all complaining about the noise, and someone's decided it's probably communists digging under their house or something, and they're going to call the cop. I don't know. Anyway, the point is that it's going to get attention. So we're going to build an underground library. Now you notice that this isn't being built, and that's because you need to go to the next day to build stuff. Now some stuff builds immediately, some stuff you need to end the day on. So we'll do this, we'll end the day, we'll get the next day. So there we go, and we've now got the library. The library is finished, and we can do some research. And we can do some research because we picked up that clay tablet, and those are what allow us to do research. And we can research a deep one. To research a deep one, we get a big summony fishy monster guy. I'm going to call him Muffin. All we need is like 110 fleshy chunks to summon him. Oh, what a win! There we go. We've got a deep one. So he has health, terror, damage, and stealth. He's got two abilities: Frenzy, greatly increases damage and attack speed for 5 seconds, but also increases incoming damage, and also spits projectile towards the foe. Good work. And now we've got Muffin here. Unfortunately, Muffin needs somewhere to live, doesn't he? Because so yeah, so we need a habitat. So we're going to dig out some more stuff here. There we go. And now we can build a habitat. We're going to build a jungle habitat. That's the green one. And we've got a lovely habitat there, and we can take Muffin, and we can be like, your new home, run free in this 3x3 area that I've built you. So then we need a portal, because you can't go anywhere without portals, can you? You need portals. Now you're thinking with portals, so we'll get the ghouls to dig out a little bit more, be off the library, because you know, maybe you're sitting there having a good read in your cozy little reading nook, and then you think, oh shit, I forgot the milk, and then you can just, you know, teleport to the shops. Job done. Boom. I mean, you could send Muffin, but he might cause a little bit of a palaver, so probably best to just go yourself. So let's pop down there. We can end the day. As you can see, we generated quite a lot of threat, but we can open up the old world map here. Now, we can only go on one mission at the moment because it's still the tutorial. So this is the world map, and you can open up different places, different missions you can go off on here, and that's how you're going to get your resource. Things like tablets, gold, flesh, and insanity can all be collected during your missions. But we're going to go and do this one because this is learning about monsters.
They know not what
So
awaits.
these portals here are how we bring
Your
monsters.
fate is sealed.
Now, so if we're thinking like a little nodey-like thing, oh, you're getting awfully close. Are you okay?
Yes, Master.
Let's just scooch over here a sec. So you can
Your
only
time
use
will
a
come.
monster seemingly once per area. So normally, if we were to summon our deep one here, and then we were to leave the area, we wouldn't be able to use them again. So you have to kind of pick when you use them, because they are quite powerful. Oh, we've got a syringe. 5%
Your
attack damage. Let's get rid of that.
fate
Let's get rid of that corpse. There we go. So we'll summon in our boy. Yeah, we'll do some chatter talk. There we go. And oh, there we go. There's Muffin. Right, boop. Muffins go. And then we can see there's a guard here. We're going to send Muffin to just eat his face.
Certainly.
See? It's a lot easier, isn't it? Nice and easy. And then we can proceed. I forgot to eat the corpse, but don't worry about it. So normally we wouldn't have Muffin on this mission, but this is a tutorial and it's showing you how to do things. So we can use our abilities. So we can hide in the bushes here, and then we can use our special ability Spit, and as you can see, that immediately just turns him into chunks, which is not ideal for him, but pretty great for me. And then I can go Frenzy and immediately eat his face. Impressive, yes. Yes, the monsters are very, very strong. Super duper handy to have. Can make an area very easy. Just the amount of carnage you can wreck with one of these things. Just one of them is bad enough. So here we are back, and we need some bow traps apparently. So we'll dig out some of these, and we'll build some bow traps because we're gonna have some unwelcome attention. Let's put oops. Didn't actually want to put that. Can I get rid of? Can I? Oh, demolish. There we go. There we go. There we go. Got rid of it. Right. Bow trap. Done. Right. End of turn. Day/day. There we go. Right. So we can go on another mission. So we can look at the old world map here, and we've got Alexandria, and we've got advanced tactics. Now, I know advanced tactics, so we're going to go and do Alexandria. So we can take our deep one on this one, and it says difficulty easy, no problem. So expeditions, blah blah. Right. So now we can see this little map thing. Now currently we've only got one route, but you know, later on we might have multiple routes. There's different objectives to complete. So currently we've got a grave robbing one here, and it says basically our mission is to rob graves. Basically, easy peasy.
The old ones stir.
Now we're going to summon our boy.
The end is nigh.
Because why wouldn't we? And we'll immediately just see, so much easy, so much easier. So we'll kill him. Take the smoke bomb. There's a little guy wandering around here, which now that we've got rid of one of them, This is going to make life significantly easier.
The shadows
going.
are patient.
Okay, there's a person over there, but we can just ignore them because they can't. They're not aggressive. They'll just, if they spot us, they'll try and run after us. They'll alert people.
At once.
All right, I'll get rid of you. Now, what we can do...
We must be
so,
patient.
We can basically indoctrinate these people, enlighten them, and make them do what we want. Now, if we want to do it, there's a 50% chance to be able to enlighten them. If we enlighten them, they effectively are ours to control. Now, they can stay hidden as long as they're not in the blocked radius of sight of a guard or a dog or whatever. They'll be ignored. They can't kill, but they can distract. Effectively, you can use them to keep someone distracted. Now, if they're distracted, they're basically... It's like they're giving them a piggyback, but they're not going to kill them. What it means, you can then sort of like keep them busy while you go and deal with them. So if they're currently like giving someone a piggyback, then Lilith can rush up and then give them a stab. The easiest way to enlighten them is to make them terrified. Now, there's multiple ways of doing this, but the easiest way is just to get one of your boys to go and show themselves, in which case they'll freak the fuck out, and then we can just enlighten them. There we go. Now I'll do what we like.
Will find you. Shadows move against us.
Now our mission here is to dig up the fresh graves, so we're going to go and do that. There we go. Moccasins, syringe, Tomb of Cthulhu's Gaze.
We must ready the
wow,
altar.
that guy just really took everything with him, didn't he? Holy shit.
Of course.
Alright, there's still some. There's another guard down here. I think there might be only 3 guards on this one. Oh, we've got clay tablet. Look at that. Fountain pen. Very nice. So we can send. Hang on. Careful, careful, careful. Just want you. There we go. So you can see that even though we will be in the slight radius, we'll just be ignored. Basically, we'll just be ignored. So we can now sneak up behind this guy and keep him occupied. So we'll be like, oh, there we go. So he's now busy.
The ritual.
We can enlighten this idiot because he's now seen Muffin. Right, get over there and stab him.
Want any trouble?
Oh.
We must be patient.
Okay, that took too long. It's fine. I've still got like a sliver of health. Easy peasy.
We live for the old ones.
That was scary.
We die for the old ones.
Right, now we can actually take all these enlightened with us.
We are ever watchful.
Madam, you can't just look. You can't look at the wall all your life, madam.
We need to get out of here.
No, don't hurt me. Hang on. I want to have
your purpose.
I want to have a chat. Have you heard the good word about Cthulhu? It's got tentacles. It's pretty legit. Okay, now we've got all of them.
Yes, Master.
We got all of them? Come over here. Come on. I'm digging up a thing. Oh, double clay tablet. Look at all that. Good stuff. Okay, so Muffin will be gone, but we'll keep all the enlightened people, which will be handy. So we'll just do this. We'll go through to the exits. There we go. So our next mission is an ambush. So the objective is to just get through it. We don't need to kill anyone. We don't need to. It's basically just to get through the ambush. But because we've got so many enlightened people, we can probably.
The abyss rejects you.
Can probably get. Now we can use some eyeballs here. So what I wanted to come down here.
A flicker in the void.
That's it. That's it.
The old ones stir.
Now we can get rid of the body.
It shall be done.
And then escape. Oh, look at that. Seamless. Alright, everyone come with me.
Is our ally.
So in the bushes, in the bushes. Right, you come over here.
The end is nigh.
Right, one down. Come on, there.
Your time will come.
Nice.
The
Boom.
shadows are
That's how
patient.
you do it, see? I'm not locked in here with them.
in the
They're
void.
locked in here with me.
They know not what awaits.
Just in case anything handy there. And then on to the escape. So you kind of get an idea of how this game works, right? So we get the opportunity here. This is just literally rewards. It's just going to give us a load of fun stuff, load of resources. This is basically
The stars
your,
are right. Of course.
this is your reward for getting all the way to the end. So we can give this guy a piggyback.
At once.
Lovely job. And then we can open up the loot.
Fate will find you.
Oh, look at another clay tablet, gold.
It shall be done.
Honestly, Lilith is making bank, and then we can be
Yes,
away.
Master.
Look at that, we got meats, got insanity. Not quite sure how terrified works, but that's fine. We got enlightened, I think. I think we didn't leave anyone. We enlightened everyone we found, and we got 3 tablets. All very good. So now we need to build a temple and kill 5 invaders. Oh, we've got intruders. Intruders coming. So intruders will arrive at the front gates. There we go. So we've got a doggo. And I'm basically not too worried about that because I can just send Muffin to go and eat their faces. Blech. Now we just kill the doggo. There we go. No problem. Done. Right, you come back to your... Yep, thank you. There we go. That's basically the tutorial. But then you can still continue and do a little, you know, few little bits and pieces. I'm not sure how big the temple is. I think it's like 4x4. So we can... Nope. Temple. There we go. So we can end the day. And I think we can assign cultists to this. Yes, so we can assign a cultist to this. I think this is how we can recruit other people. Which we use insanity for, apparently. And then we got like Wilbur here. I'm not quite sure what that does, but you know, it's fine. And we got more research. We got things like Shamblers. We got a Shoggoth here. Shoggoths are terrible, by the way. We've got a Gug. We've got a Migo, and these are different things. So we've got the Migo here is he's like a support monster. He can mind control and stuff. The Shoggoth is an immobile trap. Now what that means is that it can't move, which instantly makes it significantly less useful in my opinion, but it can spawn lesser versions of itself further away, and I'm still not 100% sure how that quite works, but sure. And we got a Shambler, that's like an assassin character. There's other things. We got a Flying Polyp, we got Hounds of Tindalos, Spawn of the Dunwich Horror, Star Vampire, you know, all your classic Cthulhu monsters. Ah, it's good stuff. So I'm gonna grab I don't know, Amigo, I guess. There we go, we can summon one of them in. So you get to mind wave, stuns all enemies in a cone area for a few seconds, moving or counter the effect, and take control of an unaware enemy for 5 seconds. I mean, 5 seconds is pretty low, in fairness. So I'm not 100% sure how useful that necessarily is. But, you know, it's fine. It's better than the Shoggoth, which just generally doesn't really do very much. Like, it didn't really do anything. It just sort of sat there, and I went, oh, what do I do now? Because it's not like you... I mean, you can kind of pull enemies towards it, but to do that, you have to alert them. So it's just kind of a weird... sort of a weird idea, to be honest. And we'll do a little bit of digging, see if we can find some of these resources. Get another tablet there, which is fine. We can do some upgrades. We can spend some money upgrading stuff. I think that's an option. Like the portal room, increase mannings. Like, what does this? Oh, I think that means that you can get more monsters on Earth, so we could take both Muffins and the Migo in one. I think that's what that means. Oh, there's another tablet there. You can really... Oh, hello. Intruders. Who is it? A romantic couple. Hang on. Hang on a sec. You brought... Christ. So he's brought his beloved to an abandoned, dilapidated hospital on their dates. Jesus Christ. No wonder they choose the bear. Right, so I'm going to send the Migo... I don't know what this guy can actually do. Can you do anything? Can you... You can... Can you eat their face? Oh, they've gone. Oh, I'm not surprised, to be honest. To be honest, I'm surprised they stayed this long. Anyway, so that's kind of what this game is. That's the kind of gameplay loop. So you're building up your base here. That then leads into require more resources. You go on your missions to get more resources. Now, what I will say is that I do think the Dungeon Keeper portion of this is... It feels quite limited. Like, I don't really know what I need to do here beyond what I've got. I don't really feel like I need to expand much. Once I've kind of got the basic stuff. Like, there's not that many buildings. There's like 4 buildings here. We've got a few defenses. There's 2 habitats. That's it. That's all you've got at the moment. So that feels quite limited. I do like the stealth section of the game. That feels quite strong. But equally, I think it doesn't stand up on its own. And this bit kind of feels a bit weak. So I'm really hoping that because this is just a playtest, that this isn't complete yet. And they're working on it, because I think if it releases with just what this is, I don't think it's very interesting. But if they can buff this up a little bit and they can add some more stuff going on, then I think it could work. I just had higher hopes for the... Because I love Dungeon Keeper. I'm a big Dungeon Keeper fan. And I was really... I felt like this could be good. This could be good. And it just didn't grab me. If anything, I'm constantly going on missions because I don't really need to spend huge amounts of time at the base. Like, particularly things, but like, you know, building and stuff. Why do I need to do that? And the maps aren't that big, really. You know, it's not very large, so you're not going to have to dig all that much. At that point, what is, you know, what threat's being generated, really? So I'm really hoping that Cthulhu Keeper sort of builds on what it's got already. That's my hope. But if this kind of thing looks interesting to you, then maybe wishlist it on Steam and keep an eye out for its full release. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.